My name's Nicholas O'Carroll. I'm with the Whitehorse Fire Department. I'm also a director with the Whitehorse Firefighters Charitable Society. So the Whitehorse Firefighters Charitable Society, we do several different fundraisers throughout the year for different local groups, including the food bank, the Maybacher Animal Shelter, the Child Development Center, to name a few. We also raise money for muscular dystrophy and the Burn Fund. And then our biggest event of the year is Share the Spirit. So Share the Spirit Yukon is a Christmas hamper program. It's meant for the less fortunate families of the Yukon. They can apply to it, and we provide the children with gifts that they may not have otherwise received. As well, they receive a food hamper. Essentially, there's three key ways that we can be supported. One is to sponsor a family, in which case they can go onto our website, afterthefiresout.com, click on Share the Spirit, and then it gives you an online form you can fill out where you get assigned a family. You get assigned a family with wish list for the children, and you could just go out, purchase the gifts, so you could drop them off at Elf Central, and then we deliver it to the family. We also take financial donations. If you don't want to go shopping, or if you want to help with the food can generally cost about $100 roughly. We get them the full Christmas meal, so turkey, all the fixings, eggnog, all the stuff you would find on an average turkey meal, I guess, around Christmas time. And it's approximately $100 worth of goods, so you can go and financially donate $100, and that supports one family or more if you prefer. We also use the financial donations for kids that aren't sponsored, so we use the financial donations to help with that as well. And third way of helping us out is by donating a toy. Go to Northwestel's retail store on 2nd Avenue, and you can drop a toy off there. And then we use those toys when we go to find kids that aren't sponsored. So before we actually purchase anything, we'll go through that list of toys and see if it matches up with what the wish list is that the child has requested. Overall, the number of volunteers involved, we're probably looking at about 100 or so between our group, the off-duty firefighters. We have about 30 of those. And then I'd say there's at least about 70 from outside of our group that help us out in one way or the other, whether they're volunteering such as Northwestel, or if they're coming in and helping on delivery day. We have volunteers kind of at all levels throughout the process from about November onwards. Volunteers, you can see it on their faces when they get back from delivering gifts. It energizes them. You know, they're there for a reason, maybe with the Christmas spirit, maybe their fond memories of Christmas. So when they come back, they just want to go out again. They just want to come back again. A lot of the same volunteers we've seen coming back. We deal a lot with demographics that are struggling. They may be back a second or a third year. They're trying to get out of their situation, but it's not an easy situation to get out for a myriad of reasons. And then of course, there's a lot of folks on there that people don't really recognize that are just having a hard go, or not the best of luck scenarios. We got families that are laid off. That is our whole mandate, is to make sure that the kids are taken care of. And we take a little stress off these families. If just for a short period of time, we want those memories to be good, solid, and to stay with them the rest of their lives.
I'm here with Michelle King, 41 Keweenaw, in her Christmas display of wonder that I see Peanuts characters. Why Peanuts?
I've always been a Snoopy fan, and we want to remind everyone it's not the Christmas tree that counts, it's who you find around it.
So right now we are putting different color. We call those colors the Fred Multi, because one of our co-workers made that multi specially for this tree. You know, we are all artists and we try to find the best color to make the best city light. Atco, cut the tree, bring it here, and then we just have to put the light on.
How many strands are you putting on this tree?
I would say probably 50. At least, yeah. And each one is about 15 feet, something like that.
Any idea, like, on the whole city, like how many you put up there?
Oh, like I would say more than 10 kilometers of light. We put a lot, just shipyard. Shipyard, it's a lot of lights.
I'm Ian McKenzie. I'm the Executive Director of the Salvation Army in Whitehorse. The Salvation Army Christmas Kettle campaign has been a fundraiser for the Salvation Army internationally for over 100 years now, and it's an important part of our Christmas programming and fundraising. We've been doing it here in Whitehorse for 40 years now. This year, we're looking to raise $80,000 with our campaign. We have kettles in 6 locations in Whitehorse. Folk that live in this community are very generous to the Salvation Army, very supportive in terms of the money we raise here. We value that support, and it's an important part of what we do in our day-to-day work through the year. We provide several services, some from our Center of Hope. We have community meals that we serve there every day. We have emergency shelter beds. We have a daily drop-in program. And we have our transitional housing program, which is a longer-term program for people who are looking to move into something in the way of a more permanent, stable housing situation. We depend on the funds that come here. We try not to make it part of our operating costs here, but give us an opportunity to do things that may be a little different for the folk that come to us for service, whether it's funding some of the activity we do at Christmas time, or special events that we might want to do through the year, or special activities that we want to do through the year, to be able to use this money to give people something a little different in their day-to-day existence when they're struggling and vulnerable. So we have several ways that people can donate. Of course, the most obvious is the kettle that is sitting out there in the various locations in the community. We have online options, whether it's through the Salvation Army's national website, and there's an address on the kettle that they can go to for that. This year we've added the wireless debit terminal to options. We just have 2 in the community, but if people aren't carrying cash on them and just want to swipe or tap their card, they can do that. We really appreciate the support. We have lots of good volunteer support. We have some businesses and groups that, like I say, it's all critical to what we do, and we really appreciate the support of the folk that take the time to do that for us.